Eucharistic Miracle of Guadalupe, Spain, 1420. Father Don Pedro Cabanuelas was always distinguished for his deep devotion to the Holy Eucharist, and he spent many hours in adoration, both night and day, before the Blessed Sacrament. However, he had been brutally tempted to doubt the reality of transubstantiation. But in 1420, all of his doubts had disappeared as a result of the occurrence of the miracle that will be described next. As he had been accustomed to do daily, Don Pedro began to celebrate the Holy Mass. At the moment of the consecration, he saw a dense cloud come down from above and settle itself above the altar. He could not see anymore, at which time he began to implore the Lord to remove his doubts. Slowly, the cloud began to reduce itself and presented the following sight. The host was lifted above the chalice, and abundant drops of blood began to fall that immediately replenished the chalice, and even overflowed, pouring blood onto the corporal and on the pal. At that point, the priest heard a voice that said, "Finish the Holy Mass, and for the moment reveal to no one what you saw." This miracle was only later published by the brothers of Don Pedro, and the news was spread in all of Spain until it reached the King of Castile, Don Juan II, and the Queen, Lady Maria of Aragon, who became so devoted to the miracle that they asked to be buried near the body of the venerable Father Pedro Cabanuelas. There are numerous documents that survive that testify to the miracle. The relics of this marvel had been exhibited for veneration of the faithful during the Eucharistic Congress of Toledo, which took place in 1926. Even today in the sanctuary of Guadalupe, it is possible to admire the precious relics of the corporal and of the bloodied pall used during the miraculous Mass said by the Venerable Don Pedro Cabanuelas in the region of Toledo, Spain. The pall is the small, rigid linen cloth that serves to cover the chalice and the paten. This miracle was taken from the book entitled The Eucharistic Miracles of the World, presented by the Real Presence Eucharistic Education and Adoration Association. A link to their organization and a link to purchase their book is posted above or below this video.